Hi folks, Denny at TheraThink here. Today we're going to walk through a guide for billing CPT code 90834. This is going to be one of the most common CPT codes used in mental health insurance billing. Typically this code is going to be used for shorter visits with an individual conducting psychotherapy in an outpatient setting. So usually you're going to want to be using this code up to 55 minutes in length, really 54. Otherwise, you'll want to use CPT code 90837 for those individual outpatient sessions. Minimum time you want to be using this code for is about 38 minutes, but let's walk through some more of this information. The Centers for Medicaid Services defines CPT code 90834 as insight-oriented, behavior-modifying, supportive, and interactive psychotherapy. Really, this is kind of the core service that most LPCs, licensed clinical social workers, etc., are going to be conducting. Some services that this code does not include: recreational therapy like dance, art, or play therapy, um, grooming skills, for example, something like that wouldn't be included in something like this. And if you are working with folks who have specialization for their diagnosis, usually that's going to be warranted with a different license, and also you're going to be conducting testing and other services relevant to those procedures. So when you're using 90834, really it's a face-to-face or telehealth video conference therapy that is insight-oriented, behavior modifying, and supportive. Key as well to note that this is for the outpatient setting. And we talked about a typical code length being 45 minutes. This is a CPT code that is based on a time length. So if you do end up conducting a session for more than 55 minutes, you'll want to use 90837. And I'll go through extended billing as well in a bit. Quickly, some rates for Medicare for 90834. In 2022, Medicare is paying out $112.29 for CPT code 90834. In past years, it's been lower. The rates are increasing over time. And I think Medicare is one of these underappreciated companies. It does require a license level of higher than a LPC to be able to bill Medicare, but definitely worth considering becoming a network with Medicare. If you do have any questions about that, you can reach out to us online at TheraThink.com. In terms of, again, billing, 90834 versus 37, this one really is just a time length question. So if you are conducting sessions 55 minutes or longer, you'll want to use 37. It's also worth noting too that for your first session, you'll want to use 90791 to conduct that evaluation. There's some add-ons that are used. Some of them are allowed with Medicare, some are not. Interactive complexity, pretty common. This is a descriptive CPT code. It's often not reimbursed. It is sometimes, but mostly it's to make sure that the billing that's being submitted is as accurate as it can be. And that code is 90785. If you are conducting sessions outside of normal business hours during holidays, weekends, you'll want to use the add-on code 99050 or 51. Again, that's 99050 or 99051. 50 is going to be for services provided in the office at times that are other than regularly scheduled office hours. This might be just, again, outside of your typical predefined schedule. 99051 would be during regularly scheduled evening, weekend, or holiday hours. And those codes can pay out a higher rate. Medicare does pay for those codes. You can learn more about those add-on codes at our CPT code guide. Here's just a quick shot looking at what it looks like to be billing on a CMS 1500 form. You're just going to enter in 90834 under the CPT code section. There's going to be a bunch of rows defined as the 24 block, and that's going to be where you're going to want to input this information. If you are billing with a modifier, maybe GT or 95, you'll want to put that in the next column. And just quickly, some license level requirements for these folks, right? You need to be a licensed mental health provider. So clinical social worker, professional counselor, licensed marriage and family therapist, clinical psychologist, a psychiatrist, um, a psychiatric nurse practitioner. It goes on and on. And just quickly, let's walk through what it's like to bill for a bit of a longer session. For 90837, you're going to want to bill, bear with me, let me load up the sheet here for everybody. With these add-on length codes, 99354, 99355, and then 99355 again, depending on the length of the session. And here's a quick guide. You can Google TheraThink extended sessions or billing for extended sessions to learn more about that. But typically, again, this is a good chart to just have a quick sense of, okay, I'm doing 30 minutes or under, 45 minutes on average, 60 longer than 90 minutes, down and down and down and so forth. So this is a good chart to go ahead and check out. So hopefully this has been instructive. If you folks enjoyed this article, video, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can, of course, vote on the video, give it a like, as they say. If you want, that's okay. No big deal if not. Hopefully this was instructive and useful for you folks out there. If you are interested in learning more about billing or considering looking for a billing service, you can always reach out to us at TheraThink.com. We do have quite a few billing guides that are going to be useful, including reimbursement rates for both psychotherapy and psychiatry, CPT code guides, telehealth video conference billing guides, beginner guides, as well as tools, templates, everything we can provide to you folks for free. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.